10 cursed things ever existed. Individuals have consistently been entranced by the heavenly and the mysterious, particularly reviled objects. Reviled objects have been the result of a ton of notable movies and different types of writing. However, that is all they are, correct? All things considered, there have been heaps of instances of items that have caused genuine mishaps, including passing for many individuals. A few people like to make it look like a notion. However, there is no rejecting that there might be an evil power at work. Here are 10 cursed objects that really exist. 10. Anna Baker's wedding dress, also known as the wedding dress of sorrow. The wedding dress had a place with a young lady from a rich family named Anna Baker, who began to look all starry-eyed at a low-class iron specialist. She needed to wed him. However, her dad didn't give his approval since he didn't need her to wed a lower-class man. Regardless of the amount she asked and argued, he wouldn't let her. She was proudly enamored with the man and even purchased a wedding dress, trusting that one day she would wed him. Furious with her dad, she guaranteed herself that she could never wed any other individual. Regardless of the number of admirers her dad would bring to court her. Tragically, when her dad passed on, it was at that point past the point of no return, and her genuine affection previously wedded another person. She spent a mind-blowing remainder alone, unpleasant and furious in her home until she kicked the bucket in 1914. 9. Annabelle. This shocking-looking Raggedy Ann doll was found at an antique shop by a mother who gave it as a birthday present for a little girl, Donna, in 1970. It wasn't excessively well before Donna saw abnormal events going on in her condo while possessing the doll. Weird events, for example, the doll being put in various zones where Donna had not placed it in, and little notes spotted with blood. 8. Hope Diamond. One of the most acclaimed and broadly reviled precious stones on the planet would be the Hope Diamond. This jewel weighs more than 45 carats, was framed in the earth 1.1 billion years back, and merits $250 million. The jewel was possessed by a few prominent individuals, including a couple of rulers. It is excellent, yet looks can be misdirecting. It was found in the Golconda mines by the Kistna River in India and was brought to Europe in 1642. 7. Busby stoop chair. This scandalous seat had a place with indicted killer Thomas Busby. Busby and his better half Elizabeth were living respectively at a neighborhood motel, and one day her dad Daniel Awady had a go at hauling her away because he didn't favor Busby. She would not leave until Busby returned any place he was. Busby was flushed when he got back home, and both men got into a genuine battle. 6. The Golden Eagle. That'll give Christine a run for her cash, otherwise called the most malevolent vehicle in America. The Golden Eagle is a 1964 Dodge. It was initially a police cruiser, and 3 of the officials who drove the vehicle passed on. The vehicle didn't generally execute them, yet they were associated with the mass homicide suicides. They murdered their families and afterwards slaughtered themselves. 5. Destiny Ring. During the 1920s, Hollywood entertainer Rudolph Valentino saw a ring in a shop in San Francisco. The retailer demanded that Rudolph shouldn't be accepting the ring since he trusted it was reviled. However, that didn't stop him. He would before long lament his choice. A film he featured in, called The Young Raja, turned into a disappointment, and in the wake of making the film, the son of Sheik in 1926, he passed on while wearing the ring. He passed on from a disease he got in the wake of having a medical procedure for draining ulcers. 4. The Woman from Lamb, otherwise called the Goddess of Death. This sculpture was cut from an unadulterated limestone and was found in Limba, Cyprus in 1878. Nobody understands what the motivation behind the sculpture was, yet it was made in 3500 BC and might be the richest symbol of a goddess. However, what it's truly known for are the destructive effects it had on the individuals who possessed it. It was claimed by 4 families, and every single one of them kicked the bucket while possessing the sculpture. 3. Bastanova vase. Produced using cut silver in the 15th century, the Bastanova container had been the subject of an Italian legend and still alarms individuals right up to the present time. Legend has it that the container was made as a wedding present for a lady of the hour in the close-by town of Napoli. On her wedding night, she was killed while grasping the jar, and as she lay biting the dust, she promised to return and search out retribution. 2. Little Bastard. On September 23, 1955, James Dean purchased a Porsche 550 Spider and named it Minimal Basttard. He chose to take his new vehicle for a turn and got together with Alec Guinness, flaunting Little Bastard. Being offbeat, Alec figured he would kick the bucket on the off chance that he took a ride in James's vehicle. However, he thought Alec was kidding. On September 30th, 1955, Dean and Rolf Wutheridge entered the Little Bastard in a race in Salinas. 1. The Dybbuk Box. The Dybbuk Box is an antique wine bureau that was purchased by Kevin Mannis from a home deal in Oregon. The vendor guaranteed that the container was possessed by her grandma, who was a Holocaust survivor. She was the main enduring individual from her family and fled to Spain, which is the place where she got the crate. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe and see you in the next video.